Well, here we are at Game 3, the third game of Day 1 of the tournament for Tin Soldiers 2, and it's High Elves versus Ogre Kingdoms. And this is my friend Dean, who I've played several times before. I played him in Game 1 of FluffyCon. If you remember the tournament from a few months ago, he was playing Orcs and Goblins, and that was my first tournament experience with Warhammer, playing against another guy. And I've played this guy a couple of times informally since then. He's got his ogres out today, not completely painted, but my High Elves have actually played against his ogre list previously in practice games, and I defeated him. So we, by chance, have been pitted against each other for the third round of the tournament, and here we go. Going to talk about the deployment now. In fact, I'll talk about my spells first. I went for High Magic with my level 2 mage, picking out Arrow Attraction and Shield of Sapphire. And I took Lure of Light for my level 4, and the reason why is because she can make things immune to psychology, which is handy. Reducing an enemy unit to weapon skill 1 to affect the combat is useful. Healing Light, because I know I'm going to miscast, healing myself is going to be handy there as well. And Burning Gaze, not unuseful. Far's Illumination is good as well. So all around, it's just a decent lure against ogres. And the level 1 guy with the Radiant Gem of Hope has taken the Lure of Light. Sorry, I'm getting this wrong. Lure of the Heavens. So he's taken Portent of Far. But right to left, we've got the Chariots, we've got the Bolt Thrower, we've got the Archers, a couple of Eagles, and a lot of my deployments to the left-hand side of the battlefield. So we're going to go to the next photo. And this is probably my favorite photo of the tournament. Look at the ray of light shining through the battlefield, landing on the BSB and the Dragon Princess all lined up in front of each other. This is just the most glorious photo that I've ever seen of a Warhammer Fantasy battle game, because it looks like the light of heaven, the righteousness, is shining down on the High Elves, ready to ride to victory through the flank, just thundering hooves around the forest, cleaning up the flank of the ogres. It's just really heartwarming stuff here. I've really weighted down the left-hand flank with all of my knights and white lines. The plan here is just to move the white lines forward, harass him with magic, and then crush his left-hand flank with Dragon Princes and force him to turn his big ogre unit around. And man, look at this photo. Ray of light on the Dragon Princess just looks awesome. I'll be posting this around the internet a lot. Next photo, you can see the ogre list. He's got Noblars on the right-hand flank. He's got 2 Lead Belchers, 1 on the left flank, 1 on the right. Big unit of ogres in the center, and this is a controversial choice. He's got 10 ogre bulls with 3 or 4 characters in that unit. He's got a Tyrant, a BSB, a Bruiser, and a Butcher in that unit. So he's really weighed down all eggs in one basket in one ogre unit, and I think that's a weak choice. He actually got the best composition score of anybody in the tournament. It's because his list is quite soft, and he didn't quite realize it, that this army is actually not that effective. It doesn't have great potential with great plays, and it's quite a lot of liability for losing games, but he does get a bonus for playing using this list because it's quite soft. Bear in mind that he's put his final Butcher in the unit of Iron Guts on the left-hand flank there. So that's what's happened with this deployment. Next photo, the Ogres win the roll for the first turn. They take it. Lead Belchers move around the side. He's unfortunately placed his Iron Guts in front of the forest, so he's redeployed them a little bit. He's moved them around a little bit to the edge. Ogre Bulls going full steam ahead in the middle there. Noblars and Lead Belchers going full steam on the right, and really not achieving very much in the magic phase. He's rolling 1 dice to throw a spell. I'm rolling 1 dice to dispel it with +1. So I've shut down a lot of his magic and really neutralized a lot of stuff for his first turn. Next photo, you can see the Lead Belchers are on the right-hand flank, not totally painted here, but getting ready to shoot down anything that comes in range. The Iron Guts are moved around past the forest. We've called that little area within the forest a swamp. So that is like this terrain piece is partially forest, partially swamp. And that's what you're looking at there. Next photo, High Elves just start galloping around the left-hand flank, righteously moving around to start flanking the enemy. This is really cool. Very, very rarely do I get to try tactics like this, just putting one Dragon Prince unit behind the other and just fanning out when I get around to the line. It's really romantic stuff in terms of battlefield tactics. White Lion's going straight into the forest, and first turn he cracks out the, I think it's called the Hell Heart. It's the ogre item that makes you miscast on a double 1, 2, or 3. And I think that was a major mistake for him using it straight away, because this is not a crucial magic phase. What I decided to do to counter that was just throw 1 dice at every spell that I had. And I actually got 3 of them off. I got Shield of Sapphire, I got I got Fire's Illumination off, I got couple of, I think, Arrow Attraction off with 1 dice, and managed to avoid miscasting the first turn, and really set myself up for a good strong rest of the game. March blocking them with both eagles, you can see from the background. Next photo, you can see the right hand flank. This actually shows you how March blocked he really is. All of the bulls in the center, the Rhinox Scrap Launcher in between the bulls in the forest, just March blocked by eagles, and I'm really getting ready to shut him down with that before long. Next photo, what happens here is that he turns around. You can see there's only 2 lead belchers left there because I shot at him so heavily with magic missiles and repeater bolt throws and archers in my turn that he's reduced to 2 guys. Turning around and just blowing away the eagle there with lead belcher shots. It doesn't actually manage to kill it. And bear in mind, he's completely turned around his bulls here to face around my left flank, where all the dragon princes are coming from. So we'll see how that turns out shortly. Next photo, on the right-hand flank, the ogre Iron Guts are march blocked by that eagle, and the lead belchers in the bottom right of the picture are being shot at by repeated bolt throws and archers, and not really achieving too much, but he's just trying to move the Iron Guts forward a small amount. Next photo, the left-hand side of the battlefield, turn 2 for the High Elves, the Dragon Prince is just marching all the way around. One of them is moving up on top of the hill, the other unit with the BSB is moving right around the side, getting ready to totally flank them. And the White Lions moving forward, I actually charged the Noblars. They fled over top of the lead belcher with like a couple of wounds left. And as you can see, with all the cards next to that High Elf unit there, I've got Shield of Sapphire in play, I've got Drain Magic in play, I've got the Portent of Fire in play. I think I've even got the Dazzling Brightness in play, which makes all of my units immune to Psychology. So a lot of it remains in play stuff is being cracked out at this point. And really getting ready to take the left-hand flank, but he's got his mega unit with all the characters and stuff hankering down. Next photo, right-hand flank, and he's getting ready to do something with his Iron Guts here. What's happened is that the Chariot has charged the lead belchers, what's remained of them after my shooting phase, and killed them. And the Chariot has got its points worth there, just overrunning there in front of the Iron Guts. So looking good. Next photo, what happens here? You can see the big Troll Guts banner there, just to tell you that Troll Guts has been cast on the big unit of bulls. He's just getting ready to respond to my left-hand flank here with the double unit of Dragon Princes and the White Lions here. My plan is really to just draw out a charge somehow and just really flank him and butcher him with the Dragon Princes, but we'll see how it goes, because it's going to be quite tight, depending on how he positions his units. Next photo, the Gorger has shown up, rolling a 4+ on a second turn and arriving immediately, and of course can't charge on the turn that he shows up, so he just shows up in front of that repeater bolt thrower. And I think that's a mistake from him, because it means that I can move the whole bolt thrower 5 inches out of the charge arc and prevents him from charging me straight away and buys me some time to try and deal with it. Interesting arrival of the Gorger there. Gorger, don't know how you guys say it, but I say Gorger. Next photo, the Iron Guts charge the Chariot, which flees, managing to get out of charge range. This unit has Troll Guts on it as well, because it's got a Butcher over the far right-hand side here. And, wow, so the Chariot's surviving, having killed the lead belchers, and really forcing the Iron Guts to do nothing. No contribution to the battle so far, and they've just succeeded in failing a charge there. Succeeded in failing. Anyway, High Elves turn 3, and the Dragon Princes charge the lone lead belcher in front of the Noblars and destroy it, deciding not to overrun, and my other unit of Dragon Princes marching all the way around the back. And you can see what I'm trying to do here, moving to the right here with 2.5 inches to the right with the White Lions, and the mages leaving the unit. Now, as you can see, his big unit of bulls can't really charge my Dragon Princes in the center, because the Noblars are really blocking their path in. They can't really quite get frontage in to hit the Dragon Princes. Now, if they move forward, they're going to get hit in the flank by their far right, the background unit of Dragon Princes. Now, if they move towards the bottom of the photo, they're going to hit in the back. And if they stay where they are, I'm just going to keep encroaching on them and eventually get a brutal charge off. He's got Troll Guts, but I can dispel that before my combat phase comes around. So, I think what he does next is not too good, but you can see how I've really put the pressure on him in this photo.